Hello everyone, welcome to Orientation to Competency-Based Curriculum for MD MS Siddha First Semester Course Biostatistics, Subject Code Sidpg-BS. Overview of the entire syllabus. It consists of Biostatistics Course Learning Outcomes, Biostatistics Syllabus with all modules and units. Implementation of the syllabus, that is in theory, practical and experiential learning with examples and references. Finally, understanding of assessment, that is formative and summative with the examples. In this video, we will be covering biostatistics course learning outcomes and biostatistics syllabus with modules and units. Coming to biostatistics course learning outcomes. So this is a view of table 1 from page number 5. Here you can see that course learning outcome mapped with program learning outcomes. The first column represents the course learning outcome number. In the second column, A1 column shows at the end of the course, the student should be able to perform the following task. B1 column shows the course learning outcomes mapped with the program learning outcomes. Coming to course learning outcome C01, it is mapped with program learning outcome P04 and P07. At the end of this course, the student should be able to demonstrate application of principles of descriptive and inferential statistics in research. Coming to course learning outcome C02, it is mapped with program learning outcome P04 and P07. At the end of the course, the student should demonstrate the use of appropriate statistical tests in research. Coming to course learning outcome C03, it is mapped with program learning outcome 4 and 5. At the end of the course, the student should be able to analyze and present research data using suitable statistical methods or tools and software. Coming to the last course learning outcome C04, it is mapped with program learning outcome 4 and 8. And at the end of the course, the student should be able to evaluate and interpret statistical data from research papers and publications. Coming to summary and credit framework, this is available from page number 4 of the curriculum. The first column represents module number and name. The second column shows the number of credits for this particular topic. Third column shows notional learning hours. Fourth column specifies marks assigned for the formative assessment. And the last column shows the marks assigned for the university examination or summative assessment. And there are 6 modules. First module, Fundamentals of Statistics, carries 1 credit with 30 notional learning hours, 25 marks for formative assessment and 10 marks for the summative assessment. Coming to the second module, Probability and Probability Distributions, Sampling Techniques and Sample Size Determination, it carries 2 credits, 60 notional learning hours, 50 marks assigned for the formative assessment and 25 for the university examination. Coming to the third module, Test of Significance and Parametric Statistical Test, it carries 2 credits with 60 notional learning hours, 50 marks assigned for the formative assessment and 25 marks assigned for the summative assessment. Fourth module, non-parametric statistical test, it carries 1 credit with 30 notional learning hours, 25 marks assigned for the formative assessment and 15 marks assigned for the university examination. Coming to the fifth module, Disease Frequency, Demography and Vital Statistics, it carries 1 credit with 30 notional learning hours, 25 marks assigned for the formative assessment and 15 marks for the university examination. Coming to the last module, Correlation and Regression Analysis, it carries 1 credit, 30 notional learning hours, 25 marks for formative assessment and 10 marks for the university examination. Hence, the biostatistics course consists of 6 modules with 8 credits, 240 notional learning hours, 200 marks assigned for the formative assessment, and 100 marks assigned for the university examination. Again, biostatistics course consists of 6 modules, 8 credits, 240 notional learning hours. 1 credit is equal to 30 notional learning hours, and 1 credit is divided in the ratio 1:2:3, teaching, practical and experiential learning. So 5 years of teaching, 10 hours of practical training, 13 hours of experiential learning, plus 2 hours of modular assessment for 25 marks. Now we shall look at the tables at a glance. Table 1, course learning outcomes mapped with program learning outcomes. So this we have discussed in detail. Then comes the table 2, course contents with all modules, credits and marks. Table 3, modules with learning objectives. Table 4, practical training activity. Table 5, experiential learning activity. Table 6, assessment summary. That is, assessment is divided into A to G points. This is a view of table 2 from page number 6. So the table 2, course contents with modules, credit and marks. This 2A column shows the module number, 2B shows the module and units, 2C number of credits, 2D notional learning hours under theory, practical training, experiential learning including modular assessment with the total. Finally, 2E column shows the marks allotted for this particular module for the university examination. Here you can see module 1, broad title, fundamentals of statistics and the contents. Then it shows how many units are available are there for this particular module. We shall see in detail. So, table 2, module 1, it consists of 1 unit with the broad title, fundamentals of statistics. The subtopics are definition of statistics with the description, data, variables, descriptive statistics, and measures of dispersion with the contents. Then it carries 1 credit and 30 notional learning hours and 10 marks assigned for the university examination. At the end of this module, the student must be able to understand the fundamentals of statistics and its significance in the biomedical field. The student must also understand the importance of data collection, classification, and summarization. Finally, you must be able to address correct and incorrect applications of statistics, highlighting the potential for misuse and how to avoid it. Coming to module 2, it consists of 2 units. M2U1, broad title is probability and probability distribution. M2U2, sampling techniques and sample size determination. It carries 2 credits with 60 notional learning hours and 25 marks assigned for the university examination. So at the end of this module, the students must be able to define the probability and must be able to understand the fundamental laws. You must be able to explore probability distributions and understand normal, binomial, and Poisson distribution along with their properties and applications. The student must understand the concept, standard error, point estimates, and confidence intervals in the context of interpreting research results. Should also understand sampling techniques, both probability and non-probability, and must be able to determine appropriate sample size for different types of studies, descriptive, analytical, and randomized controlled trials. Coming to module 3, it consists of 2 units, M3U1 testing of hypothesis, M3U2 parametric test. It carries 2 credits, 60 notional learning hours, and 25 marks assigned for the university examination. At the end of this module, the students must be able to understand the concepts of hypothesis testing, formulation of null and alternate hypothesis, must be able to understand type 1 and type 2 errors, must understand the level of significance, power of the test, and the interpretation of the p-value. You must be able to distinguish between statistical and clinical significance, must be able to analyze and interpret data through parametric tests such as Z test, students T test, paired and unpaired, F test, and analysis of variance, including repeated measures of ANOVA. Coming to Module 4, it consists of one unit, broad title non-parametric methods. It carries 1 credit with 30 notional learning hours and 15 marks assigned for the university examination. At the end of this module, the students must be able to understand the fundamental of principles of non-parametric statistical test, must be able to describe and apply non-parametric tests such as chi-square test, Fisher's exact test, McNama's test, Wilcoxon test, Mann-Whitney test, Kruskal-Wallis and Friedman test with relevant post-hoc tests like Dunn. Must be able to differentiate between parametric and non-parametric tests. Coming to the fifth module, this also consists of one unit with a broad title Disease Frequency, Demography and Vital Statistics. It carries 1 credit with 30 notional learning hours and 15 marks assigned for the university examination. At the end of this module, the students must be able to understand the concept, compute and apply measures of disease frequency, must be able to calculate incidence, prevalence, odds ratio, relative risk and risk difference and their confidence intervals. Must be able to compute and define rate, ratio and proportion. Also must be able to apply demography and vital statistics and must be able to understand its importance. Coming to the last module, correlation and regression analysis. It consists of one unit with a broad title, correlation and regression analysis. It carries 1 credit with 30 notional learning hours and 10 marks assigned for the university examination. At the end of this module, the students must be able to understand properties, must be able to compute and apply correlation coefficients, simple linear correlation, Carl Pearson's correlation coefficient, and Spearman's rank correlation. Must be able to understand the properties, computation and application of regression analysis, multiple regression analysis, and logistic regression analysis. Additionally, must be able to understand the concepts and application of survival analysis. Let us understand the course content in Table 3 by taking Module 1 as an example. Coming to Table 3 Module Learning Objectives, this is available from page 12 and 13. And here you can see the column runs from 3A to 3H. 3A column specifies the serial number, 3B shows the course learning outcome, 3C shows at the end of the course the students must be able to understand and able to do the following task. 3D columns shows the notional learning hours, 3E column shows whether it's going to be a lecture, practical training or experiential learning. 3F columns specifies the domain or subdomain. 3G column shows the level of understanding of the student. You must be able to, she should be able to understand in the level of does, shows how, knows how, and know. Finally, the teaching learning method suggested for this particular session. So, coming to the points highlighted, first one, Module 1, the broad title, module learning objectives are listed below. Coming to 2, unit number with a broad title and the unit contents. Third one shows the references that can be used for this particular module. The fourth one, learning objectives specific to lecture, practical training or experiential learning. Coming in detail, Module 1, Unit 1, Fundamentals of Statistics. module learning objectives. At the end of the module, the student should be able to explain the fundamentals of statistics, must be able to use and understand use and misuse of statistics. They must be able to define various types of data and variables, identify the data type, apply and interpret descriptive statistics to summarize the data set. So, Unit 1 contents are shown below. And what are they? They are definition of statistics, data, variables, descriptive statistics, measures of dispersion, wherein the description in detail are listed here. Coming to the first unit module of module 1, the references shown are, it runs from 1 to 12. So references are given at the end of each unit description. For more details, one should refer to page number 85 to understand the references that has been listed. Coming to the learning objectives specific to lecture, practical training or experiential learning. This is a view of page number 13. Here the first row specifies the serial number as 4. Course learning objectives are 1, 2 and 3. At the end of the session, the student must be able to explain different methods of presentation of data, which consists of one notional learning hour. Then it would be a lecture class, and the domain activity would be cognitive evaluation. The level of understanding of the student would be knows how, and the method suggested for this particular session is lecture and group discussion. When you look at the running serial number 8, the course learning objectives are 1, 2 and 3. And at the end of this session, the student must be able to collect data, enter, clean, tabulate and diagrammatically represent the data collected either manually or through any statistical software. 3 notional learning hours has been assigned for this particular session, and it would be experiential learning, and the domain would be psychomotor set. The level of understanding would be shows how, and it's a problem based learning. Coming to practical training activity, this is a view of page number 14 from curriculum. Here you can see the practical training number as 1.1. The name of the activity, data handling. The activity details are demonstration by the teacher, hands-on training by the teacher, and what are the things that the teachers need to follow are shown or listed. And finally, the teacher shall summarize the key concepts covered in this practical. This will be discussed in detail in the forthcoming video. Coming to experiential learning activity, this is a view of page number 17 from the curriculum. Here also you can see the experiential learning number as a first column, the name of the activity in the second column, and the activity details listed in the third column. Here, as an example, experiential learning 1.1, the name of the activity is data collection, entry and cleaning collected data. The activity details would be data collection by the students and data entry by the students. This also we will be discussing in detail in the forthcoming video. Coming to modular assessment, that is formative assessment. So this is a view of page number 18 from the curriculum. The assessment method suggested for module 1 is conduct a structured modular assessment. This will be for 25 marks, and keep a structured marking pattern. Use different assessment methods in each module for the semester. Keep record of the structured pattern for assessment. Calculate the MGP as per table 6C. It consists of 2 hours. So we will see this in the forthcoming video. As a summary, so far we have seen biostatistics course learning outcomes, biostatistics syllabus with all modules and units, credit framework, tables at a glance, and course content with module 1 as an example. So recap, biostatistics course learning outcomes and biostatistics syllabus with modules and units are discussed in this video. In the forthcoming video, we will be discussing about implementation of the syllabus, that is in theory, practical and experiential learning with examples and references, and understanding assessment in formative and summative with examples also will be discussed in the forthcoming video. Thank you.